Hi, welcome. My name is Elke Feuer. I'm an author and a fiction book coach. And if this is your first time to my channel, welcome. If you're returning, you'll notice that I'm in a different background. I'm trying to mix it up a little bit. and there's a little bit better lighting today, so I wanted to take advantage of that. So, welcome. Today, I'm going to share with you 3 writing systems that you can use to benefit your writing life. The first one is a story Bible. Now, these are all, I should say that these are systems that I use myself and that I love to use that have really helped me with my writing life. As I mentioned, the first one is a story Bible. And what a story Bible is, it's a very detailed outline that helps me to map out everything with my characters, my settings, all those things that are going in to help me write my book. And I use this not only before I actually start writing, but I also use it during the writing process because I structured it in a way that I don't have to write everything before I even start the book, because let's face it, it doesn't always work that way where we outline everything and start writing. That's not my process. Sometimes I can, and sometimes I just need a little bit and then start writing and fill it in as I go. So the Story Bible really gives me flexibility with that, and it's a system that I use and I absolutely love it. The second system that I use is a writing plan. And what this writing plan does, it basically helps me to map out my book from start to finish and all the different phases, whether it's building the book, which is all the outlining phases, writing the book from start, middle, end, the whole editing process that I go through, as well as launching. And what this helps me to do is create sort of like a writing plan, not only how I'm going to write the book and all the stages that goes into it, but it helps me to create a timeline so that I know, okay, how long is it going to take me to write this book from start to finish, which also helps me with scheduling editors, beta readers, the actual launch, all the different things that goes into it. Because a lot of times we may say, oh, I want to launch at my book or release my book at this date. But when I fill this in, I realize, crap, I need to give myself more time, or I need to do a lot of these things a lot faster if I'm going to meet that deadline. And this writing plan really helps me to do this. Now, I'll leave a link to another video where I show what my writing plan looks like, or a piece of it, so that you can check that out for yourself to see if that's something that would be helpful to you. Now, the third system that I use is my launch plan. And oh my goodness, this has been such a lifesaver for me, especially when I'm launching, because launching is so stressful, right? Because you've written the book, you've sent, and now it's time to launch and you're like, oh my God, what are all the things that I need to do, at least for me? And my writing plan is something that I have changed so much over the years. And it includes everything from beta readers to sending out to reviewers, to every single thing, that all the steps that I need to include, my marketing, all those things of what I need to do when I'm launching my book. Now, they're not always things that I do for every single book, because obviously life happens. But what it allows me to do is look and say, okay, consider all of these things when you're launching the book, so that one, I don't forget anything, right? And two, so that it just sort of, I wouldn't say removes the stress, but it definitely helps me to feel like I'm not scrambling, like, what's the next step? What do I do now? I have my plan to know what I need to do when I'm launching the book, which is a huge lifesaver for me. Those are the 3 systems that I use in order to help my writing life. Those 3 systems are, if you're just coming into the video now, is a story Bible, a writing plan, and a launch plan. Now, you may be saying to yourself, well, what's the point of using this? I'm going to remember what I need to do, right? If you're one of those people who can remember all that, that's kudos to you. If you want to switch brains, I'm here, I'm available, right? But for me personally, that doesn't always happen for me, and why these systems help me. And how they can actually benefit you is, one, they give you confidence, because like I said, you know the steps that you need to take, you feel confident that, hey, I've got this. I know what I'm doing. That's the first thing, because that's a huge thing, because as writers and creatives, we tend to struggle with our confidence. And the last thing we need to do is add on to that lack of confidence. So when you have systems in place, they really give you the confidence to be able to know that I've got this, right? I have a plan. This is what I need to do. Everything's taken care of. And the best part is that you're not always starting from scratch. Because let's face it, we do that wonderful launch or that wonderful thing in a process that we do with our writing, and then we're back there 6 months later or however much time. It's like, oh crap, how do I do this again? What did I do? Who is that person that I sent out my book to review? You're not starting from scratch, and that in itself gives you confidence as well too. And as I mentioned, takes away a lot of the stress that can come with writing your books. The next benefit is that it helps you to create sustainable habits. Oh my gosh. Let's face it, that is something that is a huge thing for me. I'm constantly learning how to build and create better habits to help me make my writing life easier. And the truth is, not just my writing life, my life in general. And some of those sustainable habits that you can create in your writing life is writing consistently. Because let's face it, when you have a writing plan and you know how many words you need to write, all those things, that helps you to create consistent writing habits. It also helps you with being able to write and launch your books consistently because you have a process. It's just when you have those systems, it really guides you through everything that you need to do when you need to do it. And that in itself is helping you to create great writing habits. Sometimes even when you don't even realize it, right? Which is the best kind of way to develop a habit, in my opinion. But that is, those are two main benefits that I've found with creating writing systems in my own writing life. So there you go. Do you have writing systems that you use to help make your writing life easier? I would love to hear about them in the comments. Tell me all about it. And I also want to invite you to subscribe and, of course, always like the videos, right? Because YouTube loves that. To the channel, subscribe to the channel, first of all, because I am doing a video series, 4-part video series called How to Really Find Time to Write. Because as writers, that's one of the things that we tend to struggle with, not only finding the time to write, but also building consistent writing habits. So that is what the 4-part video series is all about. So if that's something that you would like to either learn more about or you struggle with, please subscribe to the channel so that you don't miss any part of that 4-part series. Thank you guys so much. Oh, most important thing I forgot to mention. One of the things that I'm going to be sharing in the 4-part series as well too is I'm going to be launching my new membership called Scribers Academy, and I'm so excited about that. And I can't wait to tell you all about it in the video series. Thank you guys so much for joining me. Don't forget to like and subscribe this video, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.